Good evening and welcome to What Fans Live here on Sunday, the 11th of February 24.
Indeed,
It's myself and Paul this evening.
Yes, unfortunately, no Liz tonight. She's got other things planned, so it's just back to us two. Back to the old day, back to the good old days.
How is everybody this evening?
Hope everyone's well. I'm doing well. Another thoroughly miserable day up here in the northeast. A lot of the local roads are flooded and fields and all that. It's horrible there. It's cleared up.
We've had a bit of flooding here in the last few days, but it seems like the rivers levels are more back to normal again here. It's been mostly dry. We had a few showers probably around about 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon, which left us a few nice rainbows. And that was really it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, speaking of flooding,
not much going on with the weather at the moment, is there?
No, it's going to be a thoroughly zonal week, I would say. Just having a quick look at the flood warnings, see how many there is. Bear with me. So after all that rain there's not that many, but there is some. There's 80 flood warnings and 235 flood alerts. So let's see where these warnings are, if I can find them. Then I'll share them onto the screen. They are mostly in the Midlands and towards the east. So, the usual spots that are there, really. I don't think it's worth sharing personally. It's up to you. I can share them if you want.
Share the warnings roughly where they are if you wanted to.
Yeah. The usual stuff. And voila.
And you're on full screen.
Brilliant. So let's have a zoom in here. Feel zooming. So it looks like they use the Humber. That's probably the low tide that is. The Fleet Drain at Hessel. Look, line catchments in the Upper Hull catchment. I think these are the Ouse and the Derwent. Yep. The Trent. Yep.
Yeah, I think the one towards the one you're looking at towards southwest Nottingham, I think that's the follow on from the flooding that we had here. Because our river, just the bottom of where I live, was burst its banks.
Oh dear.
That'll be the Anchor and Tame going into the Trent.
Yeah, I've got the Severn as well. The Ouse, I think. And the Nen. Yep, obviously. That's the River Nen. The Glen. The Burn. Then we've got some down here towards the Thames as well. So mostly where the hills, like where the rain's just coming down off the hills from the weekend.
Even though it's been fairly drier in the last few weeks, the river levels are still very sensitive to rainfall.
Yeah, it only needs about an inch or two of rain and that's it, they're back up again. I
think it was on Thursday. I think we had about 27 millimetres here. So definitely a good dosage of rain through.
Yeah, I don't even know how much we've had up here. Yeah, it's just rained all day here up in the northeast. All the usual ones to the east of the Pennines and also to the west and to the south. Quite a lot of rain, but I think there's some rain, but not. I think it's going to be a usable week this week, personally. Speaking of which, I'll come straight to that.
Rachel says it rained all day here on Thursday.
It's just horrible. It's just been horrible weather. Yeah. Rained all day here Thursday. Yeah. It was just.
I think we've got a bit of a sun delay between us again.
Oh dear.
think it's about 3 seconds sound delay between us.
Right, I'll do this and then I'll come back to you, Michael.
I see.
Right, so we've got the band of rain, which I was just on about. It's just been soaking the eastern side of the United Kingdom for the last day and a half. It's now starting to move out into the North Sea. I'm going to start being more west to southwesterly dominated for this week. As you can see there is some showers moving into the west, more so towards Scotland, where there could fall a snow on higher ground. But light becomes more organised towards the Midlands, the Lake District, northwest England, southwest Scotland, up into the Hebrides and stuff. If you can hear people in the background, we've got people going past the flat. Sound drunk, but hey ho.
It's probably just a local dialect.
Yeah, they don't sound like me. But yeah, as I can see here, the temperatures around about average for nighttime, I'd say 2 to 4 degrees, quite widely. But Scotland over the hills where the snow is, and also in the northern Pennines where the snow is, sub-zero. Everywhere else between 2 and 4, maybe 5 degrees at a push. Wait for the page to refresh. So yeah, some snow over the highest ground. So the northern Pennines, Cheviot's, southern uplands, up into Grampians as well. Let's move this on. So that rain moves smartly away, followed by more showers to the west of Ireland and into Scotland, possibly across the very, very tops of the Pennines. But otherwise, a usable day tomorrow. So have a look at the temperatures. Yeah, quite usable day. It's going to be a bit chilly over the higher ground, but 7, 8, 9 degrees across England and Wales. Scotland between 3 and 6, but over the snowfields still sub-zero. The Republic and the north of Ireland between 4 and 7, possibly 8 tomorrow. Like I say, usable day, but to the west there's going to be more in the way of showers. Like I said, across the high ground, more likely will be snow or winteriness anyway. But this is the story of this week, really. So a band of precipitation now with some cooler air behind it. Moving through tomorrow night. Could be some snow across North York Moors, Northern Pennines, Lake District kind of area, as well as Northern Scotland, possibly even in the Central Belt, as another secondary band there moves through. So got one band there, another one there, probably wrapped. Let's move it forward. So band moves through kind of a streamer there going through the Central Belt during tomorrow night, or into Tuesday, sorry. As you can see, here's another band of rain waiting in the wings. Well, that cloud, I'd expect it to be mildish. It is away from the north of England, highest ground, or the higher ground of northern England and Scotland, still sub-zero. Could be a chilly night in the big towns and cities as well. M62 corridors, places like Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds, Hull, between 2 and 4 degrees. To the south, 4 to 6. The Republic and the North Island more colder, between 0 and 2, possibly a 3. The Republic between 1 and 4, maybe a 6 somewhere around Dublin. London, you're looking 6, 7 degrees as well. And let's see what Tuesday brings us. So you can see rain moving in to the southwest. More nuisance value rain than anything. Getting into the Midlands, could be some rain there, a bit of precipitation in the air maybe. To the southwest.
Maybe some heavy showers across the south there.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe a bit of flashy, boom, boom. Who knows? Let's have a look at the Cape just to be on the safe side. Might not be, but obviously that's just one thing. Well, there's Cape available, but it's not necessarily all that. Let's have a look at the 850 as well. Here's an indication. Yeah, there's warmer air moving in, so there could be a possibility of some flashy, boom, boom.
Maybe the rumble thunder can't be ruled out.
Yeah, totally agree there. Southwest between 8 and 12 degrees as that warmer air moves in. Same for the Republic as well. Republic of Ireland between 6 and 12 degrees. The north of Ireland between 5 and 8, possibly 9 in somewhere like Belfast. Scotland warming up a little bit across the south fields, barely above freezing still, but central belt 6-7 degrees. And as we move further south into England and Wales, between 6 and 9, possibly a 10 somewhere away from the southwest. So away from that rain, it could be another usable day on Tuesday as well. But if you live in the Midlands or the south or southwest, I'd bring a brolly with you just in case. As you can see there. But still open to interpretation, that could change. So that rain, yeah, becomes a bit more organised, and I think the word for it is janky. It's a bit messy. A few big showers moving in there as well. That moves kind of northeastwards during the night. Something a bit more organised, possibly across the southwest into Wales, Republic of Ireland, maybe into the West Midlands as well. That'd be one to watch on Wednesday morning. I think. Let's have a look at the temperatures. I would imagine it'll be warm. Yeah, pretty much like it was in the daytime, if not a little warmer. 11 degrees in the south, 49 degrees in the north of England, and across Scotland where that battleground is. Between -1 and 4 degrees. That's plus 4 degrees. So let's see where that goes for Wednesday, and then I'm going to pass it over to Michael. Down a bit more. Okay. So yeah, that. Where am I going? Why is it going backwards? I'm going backwards. Back to the Future. So yeah, some showers moving up during Wednesday. Let's have a look. So got some coming into the south there. Could be something moving out of France, maybe. Let's just have a quick look at that. Move back. Yeah, there could be something moving out of France there. So still could be about 100 knees as well on Wednesday as they move up. Just have a quick look at this temperature chart. So yeah, 14 degrees somewhere in east of England. Quite widely though, between 9 and 14 degrees on Wednesday. Same in the Republic and in the north of Ireland. Scotland, where they're still in the colder air. I say that in inverted commas and quite loosely, comparative to what's below them anyway. Between 2 and 6 possibly, but other the highest ground, still sub-zero. So still some snow lying about across Scotland, I would imagine. Like I say, anywhere from the central belt southwards towards, I don't know, northwest England up into the northeast between 6 and 9, 10 degrees. And then just anywhere further south than that, 14, maybe a 15 at a squeeze. Depends if there's any sunshine and how intense these showers are going to be that move in as well across the south. Because that's showing a bit of a dip there. Michael, it's over to you.
Yes, with those high temperatures as well, that's going to keep the central England temperature up as well, because currently, as of the 10th, which was yesterday, the February CET is coming at 7.9, which is 4.1 degrees above average.
Crikey.
So with those mild conditions continuing, that CET is going to still remain incredibly high.
Mm-hmm.
And with some signs to come, March could end up being lower than February, but we'll come to that in a few moments. Let's have a take a look at the effects charts from what you was looking at as well, just to give you an idea what's going on out there as well. So some showers across as came through today. As I mentioned earlier on, we had a few showers here in the Midlands passing through around about 4 or 5 o'clock this evening. That's pushed eastwards. We've got that weather front still affecting parts of eastern England there. So that could give a bit of a damp spell there perhaps for eastern areas or just off the coast. Low pressure and charge towards the northwest of the UK there. And these are just thrown in weather fronts left, right and centre. Well, from the west anyway. And we've got this decaying front coming through overnight into Tuesday, so that could bring some showers. Then we get another weather front coming up from the southwest with another area of low pressure set towards the far southwest of the UK. The UK is under a brief ridge of high pressure there for Tuesday, so most places should be dry. Maybe 1 or 2 showers can't be ruled out. And there's that weather front coming through on overnight into Wednesday, with more weather fronts, perhaps small spells of rain. So that could be that weather fronts coming in across the south there for Wednesday. I don't understand why this always stays the same for Wednesday there. Now, as we head later into part of the week, low pressure still in charge and possibility of heights rising towards the northwest of the UK. So let's have a look at the upper air temperatures for the GFS, see what that's doing with the latest run. Let's bring the 850 on so we can see the... Oh, hello, what happened there? Let's try that again. There we go. So these 850 millibars, so this just shows you the air aloft, which doesn't get affected by land or sea. So it's relatively between cool and mild, really, at the moment. As we head through into midweek, we've got that air of low pressure coming up from the southwest there, reintroducing the milder air. We've seen temperature could get to maybe 13, 14 degrees. In any sunshine, maybe squeeze out of 15. Then another push there, milder air through into the weekend with the latest run off the GFS. And we've got heights rising to our south there. And it's still remain on this latest run through into next week that we keep the milder air in place. Maybe like a storm now affecting parts of the UK in 10 days' time. So this is not showing any significant coolness at the moment until the very end there, where we've got the returning polar maritime air from the west there. So that could bring in some showers there. Then there's that hint of a northerly plunge. Not quite, because it's like the saying that back end of that run now, with that low pressure coming in, it just seems to slow down. And if that area of low pressure gets pushed towards the southeast, that will open that door to the very cold air sat towards our north. So if we run that back there, that area of low pressure just tends to slow down right at the very end of that run there. So it just takes that to slink down into Central Europe, into around about Italy. And if that does that, that will drag in that cold air from the north. And it's very cold air, not sitting too far away from northern Scotland there. Minus 50 nice from just off the coast of Iceland there. But say if that slinks down there, that will just open that Arctic air up. So we need to keep an eye on that. And let's have a look if the run from this morning was showing a similar thing, or is it showing something completely different? Let's take a look. So let's put that forward. There's that milder air through the end of this week. That's showing hints of coldness coming in. There's a bit of a plunge there just to our east, but that just misses us and goes into Central Europe. So that's a close call there. But that again, that's shown like that storm feature there for 10 days' time. We get southwesterly, and again, this is showing that returning polar maritime air flow there. That quickly gets pushed aside with like a storm system there affecting parts of North Atlantic, really, towards the Faroe Islands. And if we can move this on a little bit further on, could that bring in that northwesterly airflow there? So time will tell. We'll have a look at the ECMWF weekly pressure anomalies in just a few moments. But one thing that keeps cropping up at the minute is the Strat. No, that's the jet stream. How long have I been doing this? Seems like not long enough. Right. This is the latest from the stratosphere at 30 HPA, so it's a bit lower down. Do you have the 10 HPA charts to hand?
I certainly do, sir.
After when we'll take a look at the 30 HPA, we'll have a look at your 10 HPA, then we'll have a look at the zonal winds as well.
Yeah.
Which I'll bring up after when you've looked at that. So I'll just check to see if no comments, because currently we've got nobody watching. So we'll also have a chat amongst ourselves. So currently, towards the Russian side, we've got a bit of a warming taking place, and that seems to intensify. Hang on a second. I'll keep the 6 o'clock run and bring it back to see if the midday run is doing a similar thing. So yeah, we've got a bit of a warming there appearing on the Russian towards the Pacific side of the Strat. Does that get pushed into the Strat? It certainly well does, and that will increase the temperatures there. That's pushing the PV polar vortex into Western Russia and brings that warming towards the Canadian side. But that's bringing these very warm temperatures, so we could be under or close to a sudden stratospheric warming. No sign of the PV splitting there. It's more of a displacement, which we've seen many times this year so far. But that definitely seems to be shrinking the PV as well, looking at that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was this morning's run. Let's see if that's been changed since then with the latest lunchtime run. So there's that warming taking place towards the Russian side, moving into Pacific. That then gets pushed into the polar regions. The PV gets displaced into Western Russia. And it looks like we get a secondary warming there taking place, actually, right across the pole itself. So that's an interesting thing developing there. So that could intensify that warming even further.
Yep.
So there's that first warm taking place in the next few days. Then stays fairly warm there. Then we see around about 2 weeks from now another bit of more significant warming taking place. So that keeps those warm temperatures across the pole even beyond the extended range on this run. So that's something we really need to keep an eye on. And we'll take a look at the charts that Paul's got from 10 HBA, which is further up in the atmosphere. So we're looking further down towards the surface. So
no, indeed.
Let's have a look at the 10 HBA. And I'll let Paul show us.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much. So, yeah, this is from further up in the atmosphere. So this is the next layer above where Michael was just showing. So this is as close to the top of the Strat as you can go. I mean, there's 1 HPA there, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'll run this through. As Michael said, there's that warming going this week, which in 10 HPA goes to around about -20. Then continues to around about -20 and displaces the polar vortex and moves into the pole itself near enough. Oops, gone a little bit too far there. So that then backs off a little bit, but as Michael just showed, this is also saying secondary warming towards day 10. So this is around about 8 to 10 days away. So you got that warming that happens during this week, and then another warming round about days 8 to 10, which actually goes to around about -10. So as a proper sudden stratospheric warming could occur. It just depends on how intense it becomes. But this all over here will correlate what's going on in Eastern Europe and with us as well, with that possible overtopping of the low pressure with the cold air. Let's move it on into the longer term. So around about day 12 here, still -10. That continues on up until pretty much wipes out the polar vortex. You can see, I was saying this to Michael in the green room, I reckon this stratospheric warming might obliterate the polar vortex for the season. It's going to be a wait and see.
Yeah, it's definitely making it really weak. But the PV this winter season hasn't really been that strong that we've seen in previous years. It's just keeps been attacked quite often this winter, which you don't often see.
Yeah, the word you used.
So if you're moving that forward there, you can actually see those blue colours more or less disappearing there.
Yeah, it's around about 14 days. I think the word you used was feeble for the polar vortex. Yeah, it wipes it out completely near enough. Should be going to around about -20, -30 for the season. So, yeah, bye-bye polar vortex. Let me go have a look at the winds up in the Strat. So, yeah, we want to see them move easterly, really.
Yeah, I've got the charts ready there from the ECMWF computer models where they bring that zonal wind.
Yep. So
there's
kind of stays zonal. You can see it doesn't really bring them the reversal of the winds as such. It just stretches out that polar vortex into Europe. Oh, we've got a bit of a northern plunge there as that warming moves into like Canada and across northern Russia as well. Let's have a look, see where that goes, see if it blows a good one. It does, it comes towards us, so it doesn't really turn it east. So I would say this is going to be it's going to be very on the edge, I would say, with this, whether we get the cold or not.
Well, that's what it's been like all winter this year so far. It's just been a real situation where it's been that close to us. We might have tapped in slightly, but the cold is never that far away. Because I believe Scandinavia are actually having perhaps one of their coldest winters in quite a while.
Yeah. Do you want to take over
from somewhere that Scandi is actually the only place in the whole of Europe where it's been below average for the winter. Let me just bear with me a second. If you just carry on a second, I might be able to find that chart.
Oh, so that's kind of a smiley face as well. The weather's looking good on us. I'll just move that forward actually into the longer frame. So yeah, that was kind of dies a death really. Correlates with what we were saying with the polar vortex. It might hang around, but it looks like it's just going to erode. I think's the word to use. It's just going to keep getting eroded. Yeah. There's an hint of it might return there at day 16, but I don't know. I really don't know. But that's the 27th of February. That's what the prediction is for the 10 HPA winds. So they're coming in from the northeast for us, well up in the atmosphere. We go obviously drag that air down, but it was showing on the pub run yesterday that we were just on the precipice, right on the, like, it was butting up against us, was that cold air. And the really cold air was just literally even like Ukraine, Poland, the Baltics, Scandinavia, minus 15, minus 20 ice firm. We were just tapping into the minus 10. And that was yesterday's pub run, but it's backed off again. So
yeah, I can't find that chart that I saw, unfortunately. So if I do find it, we'll share it on the page. On the main page. But let's have a look at what's happening with the zonal winds aloft with this, I'll say, SSW. So for an SSW, we're looking for the zonal winds to go into reversal. So what we're seeing here is this is where we are right now. Zonal wind is currently at around about 33 meters per second. And all these charts with the swarming, all these ensembles, are showing decline. And many of these are actually taking these other winds into reversal, so below the zero there. And this will be the reversal of the zonal winds at 10 HPA. And we can see the main ensemble run, not the ensemble run, the mean ensemble runs there, this thick blue line here. It continues to be reversed through to around about the start of March before just barely getting above zero there. So there's quite a lot of scatter there between between ensemble members there of keeping the zonal winds in positive, but equally quite a lot going into negative, more slightly negative there. But this has shown that the zonal winds will turn negative. And where that cold air goes is the big question mark.
Indeed, I was going to say it's anyone's guess where that cold air will go. Still early in the sea. Well, still another couple of months of cold weather possible, and we're only in mid-February. So
yeah, so I'm just going to bring up now is the next lot of charts. I'll keep the screen on here for now. I just need to find those charts. There we go. We'll have a look at the sea level pressure charts for the next month or so. See if this is picking up on the SSW. So that means sea level pressure charts. This is between Monday the 12th of February and Monday the 19th of February. And this is showing high pressure towards the north and northeast and low pressure right across the UK. So this will maintain that southwesterly flow across the UK. And any cold winds are more for Scandi still and into Iceland. And higher pressure towards the south there through Iberia, through parts of France, into southern Germany, the Alps, Switzerland, and parts of Italy. So let's see if any of these colds. Let's see if the SSW is picking up on this northern block in here. So this is between the between the 19th of February and the 26th of February. Still got low pressure across the UK. We've got high pressure towards Iceland there. But with this setup, we're looking, the winds are trying to turn into a bit of a northeasterly there. It could possibly be the transition here where low pressure starts to move away into Europe there. And this could become more influential towards the UK and might turn the winds into a northerly. But signs there, perhaps for northern Scotland, there, a bit of a northeasterly. And it could be the same situation we've got now, where we've got the north-south split across the UK, where colder air for the north and a bit milder towards the south there. So let's have a look for the anomaly between the 26th of February to the 4th of March. And no signals there for any high pressure there. So unless the computer models are struggling what to do with this SSW for the next few weeks, there's absolutely nothing to go on by there, but maybe northwesterly there. But yes, computer models are struggling there. Got no signal at all there. Let's go on into March. And again, with that area of low pressure there, probably looking more like a northwesterly hints there. But the signals are very weak there. So you must just throw a dice and see what you get. Again, weak signal there from the 11th of March to the 18th. So maybe we'll have to take a look at these charts in a few days' time to see if the models can decipher what's going on. And that turns things back to more of a westerly flow there for the third week of March. So let's have a look at the computer models was showing maybe yesterday, see if there's any strong signal there. So on yesterday's run, that's shown the heights more towards Scotland there. So again, that'll bring in that west to perhaps northwesterly flow for northern areas and more of a west to southwesterly flow. So more or less what we've got right now. Then for 26th of February to the 4th of March, low pressure slap bang in the middle. It's just going to be more zonal. Then 4th of March to 11th, that just keeps low pressure slap bang across the UK. Again, we're looking more of a southwesterly flow and maybe colder towards Scotland there. Again, that's keeping the low pressure sat across the UK. But with the change towards the latest run, I wonder if they know the computer models are backing away from that low pressure and it's picking up on this SSW. And there's no clear signal. So that's something we definitely need to keep an eye on in the next few days to a week or so.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely worth watching, like I say, in the next week or so. Obviously, we'll put stuff up on the page. Also, check out friend of the channel as well, Gav. Gav's Weather Vids. He does a lot on stratospheric stuff and things like that. So yeah, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to Weather Fans, and also if you want to know about the stratosphere, friend of the channel, Gav's Weather Vids, give him a check as well. And I think that is about it. It's just going to be a mixed week, really, in terms of weather.
Yeah, nothing too significant, really.
No, nothing, nothing to write home about. Nothing to get really worried about either. I would say it's a usable first start of the week anyway, but be interesting to see what them showers bring on Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah. Nothing's jumping out at us this week, which would make us go, whoa, it's more like, oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's all we've been doing for the last couple of days, is just in the group admin chat and just like going, what can we talk about?
Well, the positive note, at least it's only 19 days to the start of storm season 24. So,
yay. Bring it on.
Well, there will be a special show coming up for that. We'll have more details in that probably by next weekend.
Yeah, get things finalised.
Indeed. So, yes.
For the spring and summer, what storm season might bring for ourselves and for the United States as well, if we can get that in, because that does have a big influence on our weather with the jet stream, and also into southern Europe as well. Quite a lot of droughts going on in Spain and Italy at the moment, so they're going to be like a big battery for energy, for storing energy. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on the group. We'll update as we can.
Yes. So yes, I think next Sunday we'll announce what's happening for our special show and when it is.
Yes.
For storm season 24.
Give everyone a couple
of weeks. I think we'll call it a night now, shall we?
Yeah, there's not much more we can really say. There's, like I said, weather tomorrow a bit cooler, some snow showers. Tuesday, a bit more of the same. Wednesday, showers, possible bit of flashy bang bang. Same on Thursday as well. Keep an eye on the charts. Keep an eye on the local weather. Keep an eye on the flood warnings as well, because a little bit of rain can just change everything. But yeah, I think that's it from us.
Yeah, and we'll just see you next Sunday, same time, same place.
Yep, 8 o'clock, YouTube and Facebook.
That's it for this week.
Yeah. No
Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Take care, everyone.